Tell us about the message of the song Female and why you decided to record it.
I first heard Female when the writers sent it to me probably a couple of days after they'd written it, and I'm so glad they sent it to me. Rarely I hear a song that just hits me the way that Female did. And I write a lot of my own songs, of course, but every now and then I hear a song like that just frames a subject in a way that resonates with me. And I think the opening line, when you hear somebody say somebody hits like a girl, how does that hit you? And I think that's an amazing way to open a song, because I think...
As a father, what's the most important message you hope to impart on your daughters?
Love. Love. And then from that, of course, compassion, kindness, and empathy, caring, all of the attributes that love make up love. I mean, that's the most important thing for all of us.
I completely agree with that.
Just one quick second. When I came out wide, I saw a little bit of this.
That's our entire, by the way, our entire messaging with Bumble, like our entire mission is to create a world that's kinder. So our whole community is about creating kindness, empathy, equality, and empowering people. So that's, exactly what we're all about every day.
Well, and particularly, it's imperative they have it for themselves. If they have it for themselves, they naturally will be at odds with people that don't have it in themselves. You know?
Yes.
It's the problem is not having love for myself, so then I'm attracted to people that justify that lack of love in myself.
How do you teach self-love?
By living it. I think like you teach anything, you can't really, it's just all, the kids are watching everything. They're watching everything, so it's not what we say, it's what we do.
How has becoming a father changed your life, including when it comes to writing and choosing your music?
Oh gosh, more ways than I could articulate. I know when we had our first daughter, Sunday, that I didn't realize what the feeling was, and I thought, well, of course I wouldn't know what the feeling is. I don't have any reference for that, having a child. I have no reference for it. I used to say it would be like Neil Armstrong trying to tell me what it's like walking on the moon, and I can see it, and I understand it, but I can't feel it. I don't know what's it. It's not like anything. And for me, having children has been very much like that, and I love that we've been blessed with daughters.
Moving into something a little bit lighter, how do you balance life between home and the road?
By putting family first. I mean, that's the first chance that we have to get the balance right, is by putting it first. And by that I mean something as simple for me as when I put my schedule together for the year, I've got dates marked out for birthdays, anniversaries, family vacations, various things we're going to do, but also as many things as we can mark out for things that the kids are doing at school. If they're doing a play or something, we go, okay, let's put that in there, make sure we don't put anything that day. We're fortunate because we don't have 9-to-5 jobs where we have a little bit of flexibility to not book things and commit things on those days. So we first try and put family ahead of everything, and then reconcile that with our career needs. And then, but the bigger thing than that too is, like, it goes out of whack. It just goes out of balance. Something happens where this thing was scheduled, but we didn't foresee that, or something wasn't communicated that something is on, and before you know it, there's a clash of dates, and I want to be here, but I'm stuck doing that, and it goes out of balance. Or we're working too much and not spending enough time here. But somebody wants to, they say that balance is not achieved, it's just maintained, and that's because it's constantly going out of balance. It just does. And the only thing I do differently now is recognize it a little sooner and fix it as quick as I can, versus be caught off guard by it, versus try and justify everything, why it's fine the way it is. But it goes out of balance, and we try and fix it as quick as we can.
On this North American tour, what can fans expect to see that may be different from past live shows of yours?
I think obviously new songs off the record. a new album, different production than we've had in the past, and probably I want to find some different things within the show that we haven't done before. You know, ways of being more intimate with the audience that aren't just song-based, maybe story-based, and talking a little bit about my life, my upbringing, the influence of my dad on me. So he was a drummer growing up, and I realize now, he passed away a couple of years ago, and I realize more and more how much of an influence he's been on my music, on my life, on me as a person. So there'll be some moments within the show where I can make a different kind of connection.
I'm really sorry about your dad.
Thank you.
Here's my last question. Do you purposefully write or choose songs that you know are going to connect with your audience? Or do you choose songs to educate your audience?
I don't know if that I choose songs to educate my audience as such. I think first and foremost, I create and gravitate towards music that I feel a connection to myself, for whatever reason that might be. Whether it's a theme like female, or whether it's just blowing off steam in a song that's just goofy and doesn't really have any. It's just a bunch of M&Ms. You know, it's just a big bag of M&Ms, right? It's all required. I love making a connection with the audience based on whatever that is. A lot of the time, it's just expression of joy and hope and being alive and being present and wanting everyone to be in this moment. You know, for me, one of the best things about playing live is that everybody is in the moment. Even if they're holding their phone up and filming it, they're there. They're in that moment with everybody. So it's that feeling of one that comes from a concert.
And it's quite an experience to share all together.
Yeah,
It's a
it
collective
is.
memory.
Well, it is, and particularly when it doesn't even become about me and them, it just becomes us. Like the audience and me, we all just merge into this moment that we're all feeling, you know? It's just as magical on stage as it is in the audience when those little magic moments happen. Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Well, we're wrapped. You can go
Easy.
back to getting ready for
Too easy.
your show.
Thank you, Boo.
Thank you so much.